What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to MRC round number 18, I believe. We're here in Japan, Suzuka today, so it should be a very fun one. Japan always throws up some good, interesting battles, and I've been told Tom racing today. He is in. I've been told full inters for the race. I'm guessing that means the full race is wet rather than. Yeah. I'm wording that terribly, but it's going to be a wet race apparently, so we've got that to look forward to, which might mean Q2's maybe not as important if, you know, you just want to make it through. Strategy's not going to come into play as much. So that's going to be interesting, because it already looks a little bit overcast here. I guess I would have been told if we got any rain in the qualifier. So yeah, into conditions all race, yeah. So there we go. I don't know what else. I don't know if he meant like full wets and then inters. That was the only thing I was getting at. But yeah, so we've actually seen a couple of cars come out on the mediums then in Q1, because I'm guessing you're not going to need them in Q2, because if the race is in wet, people are just going to be aiming to get through. So people are going to try save that set soft for Q2 and then Q3 later on, and see if they can squeeze through in the mediums in Q1. Which is not a bad shout at all to do. Dan is finally serving his back row start because he wasn't here last week. So that's why he's retired. So yeah, here we are. Josh is the first one out on track. The McLaren's been struggling a little bit lately. Dropped a little bit further down that kind of constructors table. So they'll be hoping to, you know, kind of work their way back up. Red Bull kind of disappeared. There was a little bit of a three-way fight at one point. But Red Bull has some really strong performances. Cole, Ryan doing a very good job. They've managed to cement themselves kind of that third place at the moment. Mercedes and McLaren still aren't too far behind, but they've definitely pulled away. And then you've got the Williams. And then you've got, of course, Racing Point out front. So the constructors are slowly getting there. Harry is slowly closing in on Dylan as well in the Drivers' Championship, so I don't think it can be won today. There's still around a 60-point gap, and also we've still got Japan, Mexico, USA, Brazil, Abu Dhabi, so we've still got 4 rounds. So if I'm not mistaken, I don't think it can be won quite yet, but we are getting in that range where Dylan is going to be close to trying to wrap up his championship. I think it's just coming a little bit too late from Harry. Unfortunately, didn't have a very good, strong start to the season. Yeah, quite a lot of the quicker guys are currently selecting the mediums just to see if they can kind of get through. There's still a few of the quicker people just going for the softs, just making sure they get through. It will be dry all quali, so got nothing to worry about on that front. Also, Josh has just got that invalid. Also, Suzuka. Lovely track. It can be a little bit dangerous. There is the first sector, obviously, make your way through all the S's. Then you've got the fast right, you've got the hairpin, through Spoon and whatnot. 130R as you go over the bridge. And yeah, it's a really nice track. Some people not a huge fan of it, but it can be very much a fun one to drive. Obviously, only the 4 cars dropping out here today as well, because obviously one with the back row start. It's Dylan first time on the board with a 34.3, but obviously he's just getting some laps in, as Ryan then sets a 28.4 on the mediums. So slowly starting to get a couple of people putting in the lap times. We're on board with Tom at the moment. He's just making his way through Spoon. So he heads up the hill Obviously, one of the main kind of overtaking opportunities down this straight into 130R and then obviously in towards the final little chicane. You can see a couple people send it. As Ryan says, the 28.1, that is on the softs though. I mean, just see if we see people squeeze through on these mediums. As Tom even quicker with a 27.5, so that's six and a half tenths roughly in that. Quicker than Ryan, who's on those softs, so that's a very nice lap there. We got Dale, I believe, Dale Hopkins, who is making his debut today in the Haas. So one new driver today. Everyone else is obviously, we always get the full 20. You know, hopefully you know the grid by now if you're just joining in late. Then there you go. You'll learn as you go. Q1 unfortunately is never really the most exciting thing. I think we've had a little Red Bull spinner in the first sector. Is that Ryan? Oh, there. Nope, it was Cole. Cole's gone for a little trip through the gravel. Okay, I've somehow got to the Ferrari by just looking behind me. Oh, and then we also had a Renault spin. That would be... Oh, Tyler's out. Tyler is out. If we stay on board with Matt, we'll be able to see where that is. I think that's at the top of the hill. He might have hit the gravel on the right hand side and the car's thrown him to the left. Yeah, that's not pretty, and unfortunately that's the first one out, properly out, that isn't for a penalty in Q1. I said the rain will make this one. Yeah, the rain, start from the back in the rain. If you can kind of almost just weave your way through, you could be in for a little treat, I'm not going to lie. That's a couple more times of going in on the board. Lee's done a 28.6 on the softs. Dale in the end did a 29.2. Cohen's done a 29.4. And Dylan's still kind of just easing into things. He's literally driving around on 0 ERS, just getting some laps in, I guess, for reference and whatnot. We got full yellows. I don't know what that was for momentarily. So yeah, Dylan's just getting an eye in for the circuit and just kind of driving around. Cole obviously had that spin a lap or so ago. Critchley also manoeuvring his way through the first sector. Oh, Diggle's had a little bit off in front of him. Won't affect him too much. Does set a purple first sector. It's obviously on these soft tyres, so he's not too bothered about trying to squeeze through on the mediums. Ryan has just jumped into second. That's quite a big lock-up. With a 27.6. Lee, I believe, has improved to 28 dead on those softs. Ryan might have improved as well, actually. So a couple more times coming in. Also, Critchley missed quite a few races in kind of the middle part of this season, and he came back last week and then back again this week. So he missed a few, but he's back now. He'll be open to potentially get a win, which he could have done. Wait, no, last week was Russia. I'm trying to remember who even won Russia last week. That's Critchley goes fastest. Was it Critchley? I actually can't remember. I feel literally did it last week. Let me check. I'm sure it was. But I feel I should know this, but I don't. Last week was a long time ago. Let me quickly check. Because Critchley was definitely up there, but did he not? I honestly can't remember. I feel bad for not being able to remember. Anyway, Critchley's quickest in Q1, so looking quick once again. Yeah, no, Critchley did win last week, yeah, because Cole just dropped out of the penalty range. I remember now. It was close. Very, very close, yeah. I was about to say I was 41 last week. And he did, so far he's looking the quickest. Matt's just tucked in behind him. 27.1 from him. The time's already starting to get quicker and quicker. Keaton's still yet to set a time. Has come out on these mediums. He slots up into 7th with 28.9. Quite a bit off those soft runners. Ryan and Tom, very good laps on the mediums there. I think that should be enough, to be honest, to see him through. Cole is struggling to get a time in at the moment. Oh, and yep, the struggle continues, unfortunately. Invalidation. Is he just going to keep going, or will he come in and just use a soft set? We'll have to wait and see. Liam still yet to set a lap. Same with Phil. Oh, these three all kind of in a row. So Liam, Phil and Aston. All three yet to set a time. Oh wait, no, Liam, sorry, Liam. For some reason I thought as he was coming down the straight. It's Phil and Aston who are close together. Sorry. My bad. Phil will come around the final corner now. Very short run down to the line here. And he goes up to 7th. And Aston goes fourth. Yeah. All the way up into 4th on the medium. So good lap on the mediums from him as well. A couple people showing their pace. Cole's going again. Liam now towards the end of his lap. Into 9th. So yeah, those three on the mediums looking very quick. Harry's still struggling to get a lap in. Josh still struggling to get a lap in. Some drivers are struggling. They really are. Well, the only 3 go out with the 2 DNFs, but they can get a lap in. Tyler will actually go ahead of them just because of the way it's worked on the leaderboard. I'm not sure why that is, because he's DNF. They should really drop to 20th and 19th, but it's not the way it's worked. Sill's going to come into the pit lane. Getting a mistake was in there. Josh, can he finally get this lap together? Third attempt, at least on this set. Who was that? I think Harry finally got his lap together. Josh all the way up to 4th on the softs, and Harry tucks in that 9th, so he finally got that lap together. There you go. Cole up into 6th as well. He joins kind of the upper midfield bracket with Tom, Aston, Cole, and his teammate Ryan in that kind of mid to low 27 mark on the mediums, which is very nice. Well, Ryan's a little bit higher. Harry's not too far behind, but I think they'll be safe to get through on the mediums, which will be a very good play. And unfortunately, the 2 that are in the drop zone, we're still yet to set a time. Still in the pit lane. Only 5 minutes left. Obviously, it's only a 1 minute 30-ish kind of average lap time if you're like kind of just on an out lap, as Matt has improved to 1st as well. So they've still got plenty of time. Pressure's currently 4 attempts up. He'll be looking to take that back off of Matt. Into the final couple of corners. Cross the line, Critchley retakes first. It's a 26.7. Very nice that time. Obviously still will be probably... We'll just be seeing the times get quicker and quicker as the sessions go on. Whole time could potentially be in the 25s. You never know. Last week we saw quite a big increase from Q1 to Q3. I'm not sure whether we'll see the same kind of jump here. We just have to wait and see. Cohen's making his way through the second sector, currently in 15th, basically on the drop zone, because I'm sure Dylan will put in a better lap than that at some point. Let's see then, he's a second up. Not bad at all. This will take him... to be fair, we'll only put him around P12 or so. He's still got to find some time in the final sector. Across the line at 28.3, and it is only P13. So he's still not out of it. Everyone else is still in the pit lane. Dylan has improved up to 11th on those mediums. He's finally gone for a lap. Cole is still just chucking in the laps on the mediums. This one's been invalidated, and then yeah, everyone. Oh, is Critchley? No, Critchley's definitely not going again. Into pit lane he comes. Everyone is just kind of chilling in the pits or on an out lap at the moment. So unfortunately, we've not got too much going on. Tom and Josh have retired. Come on, can we see some movement in the pit lane? I think the times might be slightly out of sync just because you get it sometimes where my time isn't exactly always how long they've got left in the session. Just because people are still sitting in the pit lane with 2 minutes to go. So something can tell me it's not perfectly in sync. Always seems to happen, but hey, there's not a lot I can do. Liam's on that, then through the first corner, then through the lovely S section through here. Nice, fasty flowing section. Ryan's retired in 7th. He's pretty confident, to be fair, with only 3 cars going out. I think he should be safe all the way out there. I'll be very surprised if we see people improving that much. Cohen's in the pits. I don't think he'll be able to get another lap in because obviously he set that lap a minute ago. He is right on the edge. Phil's still in the pit lane as well. But if Ryan and Lee, who are also still in the pit lane with only a minute to go, I think 8th and 9th they should be safe, but still maybe cutting it a little close. Liam is 1.1 seconds out. That will put him around a 20. Yeah, that would see him comfortably towards the top at the moment. He's going to be slotting into 3rd with obviously more time still to find in the final sector. Find a couple attempts or so. Could put him potentially into 2nd. It is only 3rd. Very, very close behind Matt. So that's a good lap from Liam. Sees him comfortably through. Does put the new man on the block, Dale, into that drop position in 16th. Kian's there or thereabouts as well in 15th. Nathan is on his out lap now and still in P20. He's really got the pressure on. Has he got his lap invalid or is there a reason the first part of that track's red? I wait for the flags to clear. Is his lap? His lap is invalid. 20 set. Ooh. Unless we got the lobby desync on the times. I think Sil could be out here. We'll have to wait. Wait and see. Looney Moo. It's now or never for him. Both asses actually in the drop zone. Dale is 9 tenths up though. What you like to see. Yeah, Phil and Cohen both in the pit lane. 13th and 14th. Well, Kean crosses the line, improves, but stays 15th. So, yeah, Sil's pitted. So, Sil's unfortunately out. It's going to come down to 2 Hasses here. So, Phil is safe. Yeah, Phil upwards. Everyone is safe. It's going to come down to can the 2 Hasses knock out Kean and Cohen. The double Ks. Got to be careful there. Can't add another one on. Here comes Dale across the line. 13th. That has knocked Kian into 16th. Can Nathan do it? That's the question. How much is he? Oh yeah, he's not done a lap. I was about to say how much he up by. It's a 112. The middle sector. Let's see. I think he normally... Oh no, he's coming to the pit lane. Okay, there's the answer to that question. Unfortunately, Nathan is going to be out. So Sil, Dan, Nathan, aka Looney Moo, and then Kian is your bottom 5 for Q1. Cohen just about survives. Phil, Dale, Lee, Ryan, Dylan, other Ryan, Cole, Aston, Josh, Tom, Liam, Matt, Critchley, and then Harry, in the end, a 26-3. He always comes out of nowhere. And there you go. Four attempts quicker. I said the pole time we could be looking at a 25. I think that's probably going to confirm that we will definitely be looking at a 25. 26-3. Not too shabby at all for a Q1 lap. Alright then, we'll just go with the classification one more time. Harry, quickest by 4 tenths or so. I don't think too many people will go in for mega laps. So on the softs, as you can see, most people trying to see if they can find a way through the mediums with it being in a wet race. So Harry, then Critchley, Matt, Liam, Tom, top 5, and then the bottom 5 are Kian, Tyler, Looney Moo, Dan, and Sil. Now, Dan did have a back row start, but he's been blessed and will actually start 19th. So there's at least one free position there to look forward to. Right, so moving on to Q2 now, where things will start to get a little bit more competitive, a little bit more interesting. Obviously, with the full wet race, as explained earlier, I don't think we see too many people go for the mediums. Well, it's not really going to matter, but Dylan and Critchley have bolted them up. Same with Harry. Do they, Josh, these boys realise it's going to be a wet race, or are they just going? They're just going for a potential banker lap. Cole's loading them up as well. Well, I'll see what they can do. I'd personally just go for it, or they're still trying to get through on the mediums, and then still have, like, you know, 2-3 potential sets for Q3, and can just go absolutely ham. Could still be the plate. Richly first out on track. Why is my game? I thought my game was lagging there. Obviously, only the 14-minute session and Q3 only the 12-minute sessions. They do get slowly shorter. Actually, is this one 15? It might be 15. Slowly gets shorter and shorter by time. I think it is 15, not 14. But yeah. I think we still got at least one from every team in here. We got a Mercedes, McLaren, a Williams, a Ferrari, a Haas, an Alpha, a Racing. Wait, no, we don't have any. We're missing a team. Red Bull, Racing Point. What team are we missing? Renault, there you go. We don't have any Renaults with us, unfortunately. Both of them were knocked out. I knew we were missing someone. Ooh, Critchley's round. That's not a very good start to the session at all. He's got to try and get out of the way. Ooh, that's not ideal for Tommy, but he's had a spin. Dale's coming up as well. Ooh, just about get out of the way, but that's basically not helped those 3 laps. They've got, is it potentially Dylan coming up behind them as well? They do. Ooh, Dylan just got a little bit too far on the curve. Nearly went into the grass there. Well, kind of half backs out. He looks like he's just going to finish the lap anyway. As he goes very deep in towards the hairpin. Dale will be the first then to cross the line. Let's see what he can do. His first appearance, and he's already through to Q2. That is always a good start. Down in towards the chicane. Ooh, is he out? Oh, he is out. That's a... To be fair, it wasn't the biggest of impacts, but he's got on that curb on the right-hand side, and the car has absolutely thrown him. Kind of felt like he was going in slow motion towards that wall, but he's hit it. The tyre on the front right is gone. And unfortunately, well, I was saying, could he potentially look for a way in towards Q3? Because he's made it out of Q1 at the first time of asking. Unfortunately not. His qualifying is going to be cut short, and as long as everyone sets in a time, he will unfortunately be starting E15. Aston sets a 27 dead as the first time. Ryan with a 27.2. Another Ryan in the Williams with a 27.8, and then Dylan on the mediums kind of wasn't a fully sent lap as well with 29 dead, and then we saw Harry and Critchley will kind of get caught up in that little spin, as well as Tom, who is going again. I guess he got his lap invalid. Oh, he's got a stranded Harry in front of him. I don't think he's having an incident with the ball there. I think he was just simply getting out of the way. Let's see, where can Tom go? Dylan has done another lap on those mediums. He's slotted into 3rd place. Tom's done a purple middle sector. I just avoid what the Haas driver's done by getting on that curb across the line, and it is quickest with a 26.2, so 8 tenths quicker than his teammate at the moment. Oh, who's that? Was that Dylan having another little track exploration? Now's the time to do it, to be fair. Rather do it now than in the middle of a race. We've got Lee coming towards the end of his lap as well. Obviously filling in for Ross now. Around the final corner, across the line and up into 4th for 27.3, so good lap there for him. Sure, he'll be fairly happy with that. Good banker as Liam slots into 5th. Matt's still struggling a little bit, and then Josh, Cohen and Phil also in the pit lane. So, ooh, that was Critchley survived that then. There's some Racing Point win as well. He's had it coming together with Dylan, I think, potentially there. I saw some BWT from wing. I'm not too sure what's going on there, but somehow he survived. Flicking through cars and he's in a wall. That is not ideal at all. Stewards might have to be involved for a qualifying incident. I remember the last time he had a qualifying incident is just about makes his way into the pit lane, wipes out the Bullard, and then gets very close to the ball on the left-hand side. Well, he's made it back in one piece, and that's all that matters. Matt once again has had his lap invalidated. He's gonna have to come in for another set of softs, surely. Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense, Tom. Yeah. Lucky. Kind of saved you and then meant you just smashed out 26-2 next lap, and to be fair, that should, I think, see you through already, to be fair. Cole's going for another lap on these mediums. He's already done 2 laps on them, but might as well just keep going. Won't necessarily have to start on them. That's of course if the rain is obviously heavy enough at the start. You can sometimes on this game get rain at the beginning of the race, but you still have to start on the softs. I don't know if that's the case. Obviously I've not seen, but from what I've been told, it looks like it's going to be full inners for the full race. So I don't think got anything to worry about there. We're going to see most drivers now, as you can see, all kind of booting up the softs and just sending it as Cole does improve and moves up to P5. So very good lap on the mediums. Only 2 or 3 tenths off kind of probably the average soft pace. So, I mean, he might be able to get through on that set. Obviously, still Cohen, Phil, Matt and Josh all still yet to set times. Josh's problem is the track limits. Obviously, as long as he can stay within the white lines, as he gets all very much on the inside curb at the hairpin and it throws him around, then he will back out of this one. Still got 5 minutes, so give it another go on this set. Just recharge some of that ERS. Cohen currently in P11. Harry as well, obviously got caught up in Critchley's little spin in the first round, and that is why he's down in P10. He was around 1.7 seconds up in the first sector split. The second sector split, he is 4.3 seconds up. So trying to do the quick maths off the top of the head, that's going to be a 27.3-ish, and obviously still a lot more time to find in this final sector as well, because I'm sure that final sector wasn't fully committed. He's going to cross the line. It's going to be a 26.7. So that slots him up into second. Still 5 tenths off Tom's lap. So yeah, he's got. People have still got a hell of a lot of time to find. Critchley will be the next to try find it though. Be very good. 27.8 with that spin, so that's still fairly impressive. I think he might have done another lap after that, actually, because surely he lost more than a second or so from that. He actually got quite close to Matt there, even though Matt was all the way to the left. He wants that perfect line a little bit. Actually, I thought for a moment he might go a little bit deep through Spoon, but it still looked fairly smooth. 1.1 seconds up. That will put him around that mid 26 lap time. If a lock up in towards chicane won't affect him too much. And then the short little run down to the line, crosses line and goes second with a mid 26. It's a 26.484. We've got a couple more drivers all kind of starting their final laps as we approach the final 3 minutes or so. Tom just goes even quicker with a 26.184. So that's exactly 3 tenths quicker than Critchley. So he's looking very, very handy around Suzuka. It's a Ferrari driver. It's Dylan slots up into third with a 26.5. Liam's down in 10th. He's right on the edge. And he promotes himself all the way up into 5th. Might have enough to go for one more lap. We'll have to wait and see. Josh's only current lap is put in P10. Matt with still no time either. He's currently making his way through the middle sector. We've had an Alfa Romeo have a little spin down at the hairpin. Oh, that has to be Critchley, unfortunately. He's struggling a little bit. Teammate obviously not with us in Q2. Matt currently P15. I'm expecting him to be up there P5 with a 26.8. Quite a few drivers starting to break into the 28 stem. Nearly, well, all of the top, half of the top 10 are into those 26s. Did I say 20? Something tells me I said 28s. I meant 26s. Cole begins his soft lap. Josh, well, I said he struggles with invalidations. And he's struggling some more. Into the pit lane he comes. This might be Josh out of qualifying. Currently in P11. Liam's going to come into the pits as well. We got a Williams next up. Is this Ryan? It is. Also currently in a drop zone. He needs to find 3 or 4 tenths. Obviously Cole being in his lap, I'm going to expect him to improve quite a bit. We'll go up to 8. I think that's going to be enough. Phil's on an out lap, so we jump to Ryan. Liam has retired as well, so he's not going to be able to go any quicker. So P6 will be the best for him. Ryan will cross the line, also a 26. Only P5. Aston's just begun his lap. 30 seconds to go. We've got one of the Mercs. That will be Matt. No, here coming to the pit. It is push lap, last lap. Oh, we got both racing points. Well, Cohen should make that. Yeah, 19 seconds. He should make this in time. Dylan looks like he's going again, and he's going to keep improving. He's 2 tenths up, which will should put him just ahead of Cole, who Cole has slotted into second. So he's moved up the order. Matt obviously is retired. Chris is retired. Tom's now retired. Dylan goes third, so lost a bit of time in that final third sector. Harry's just beginning now. Aston, Ryan, all kind of... Well, Ryan's not going to be able to improve. So Ryan needs to hope that Cohen... Well, Cohen's validated, so that answers your question. Cohen's not going to be able to improve. Phil, well... I think Phil might be able to improve here, which will knock Ryan out. Let's wait and see. Still a final corner to go. But it's looked good across the line. A 26.7 promotes him to P6. So I think, yeah, no one in the bottom 5 is going to be able to improve. So now these guys are just fighting for a bit of personal pride and who can get the fastest lap. Aston might not know it. Put it across the line and take P6. And then Harry has got his invalid and Cole also invalid. So that is going to be Q2. Fortunately, a bit of an anticlimactic ending, but in the end, Dale, who had the crash, Cohen, Josh, Lee, and Ryan are your bottom 5. So we get moving on to Q3. There it is shortly. Fingers crossed. We can have a nice, exciting kind of pole position scrap. Right, then we're just waiting on Cohen to retire. There we go. Here we go then. Final classifications for Q2. Tom is the quickest with a 26.1. We're very close to that 25 mark. Cole in second. Dylan in third. It's your top 3. Liam just about survived by a 10th and a half. Ryan, unfortunately, 27 dead. You had to get into the 26s to make it through, basically. 27 dead was not enough. So, unfortunately, Ryan in 11th, Lee in 12th, Josh in 13th, Cohen in 14th, and Dale, as mentioned, had that little crash, and unfortunately P15 is going to be the best for him. Obviously, we've still got a long way to go with a wet race, and obviously 100% race in general. There's going to be safety cars, there's going to be incidents, there's going to be crashes, there's going to be plenty, and I mean plenty of chances to work your way through the field. We see it time and time again that just because you're last, you can be last with like 10, 15 laps to go. There's a couple safety cars. You're right back in play, and it is very much not over. So into Q3. This is where the fun should begin. First pole position shootout. And you have to say, most of the quicker boys, I hate to say it, they've all kind of made it through. None of them have really kind of dropped out. Sometimes you get a couple. We don't have Josh. We don't have... I'm trying to think. Dan has obviously got a back row start. We've not seen too many of the kind of quicker guys like you know, like a Critchley, like a Tom, like a Harry struggle and maybe have an incident and crash. So I think this should be a nice close one. It's definitely going to get interesting. So here we go, as the cars made their way out onto track. Did already a little bit of a wobble, but it's fine. Everyone's made their way out apart from Critchley. He's just gonna sit and wait. He'll take his time. Got 12 minutes. Those 12 minutes will seem to go quite quickly, but I'm sure he knows what he's doing. Oh, why the? Oh, you can. Okay, that was weird. I thought it was just giving me 2 different onboard shots. I was like, huh? Oh. Right, it seems to be lagging a little bit. Hopefully that's not too much of an issue. Oh, that was a nice shot. That was a very nice shot between the leaves. Right then, Dylan, the first one to begin his lap, would jump on board with the current championship leader in towards turn 1. It is an absolute full send. Very nice exit, and you just got to keep the momentum up through the S section. Try just be as quick as possible. You don't want to scrum any time off. And up the hill, you want to be careful not to dip a tyre. The gravel gets very close to doing so, but basically does it inch perfectly. Then a full send into the fast right-hander into then the next right, double right in this, just to kick off the middle sector in towards the hairpin. Get the braking point perfect and focus on getting as good exit as possible, which he does then. Kind of a curve straight, flat out for quite a long time here in towards Spoon. A very long left-hander. Just feels like you're turning left for an eternity. Again, you want to make sure you get a good exit as you're now onto the straight in towards 130R. Just a little kink there, 130R, and then in towards chicane, and then towards the final corner. Only 3 corners to go at this point. 1, 2, and then 3. And then obviously the short run down to the line, crosses the line to 27 dead, so not the best of time from Dylan there, to be fair. Aston sets to 26.5. Tom will be next at 26.2. So he's carrying over that consistent pace from Q2. Also did a 26.1, so he knows he can still go quicker. Cole with a 26.6. Liam unfortunately had his lap invalid. Harry in towards chicane. Okay, Matt's retired. Interesting. Harry's third. I got so caught up. I'm not actually sure when that happened. Ryan is just lagging, but it's fine. He's done a 29.6. I'm guessing there was a small mistake in there. So unfortunately not a perfect first runs for him. Critchley's just beginning his lap now. When did Matt retire? I want to go back and quickly have a look. I was so caught up making sure I got everyone's lap time. Here we go. When did Matt... Oh, I'll be able to have a look here. I'm just rewatching to see when where Matt binned it, because to be honest I didn't catch it. He's going in towards turn 1. Turn 2 through the S's. Does he just hit? Oh yeah, okay, yeah, going. I didn't clock that. So Matt unfortunately retired through the first sector. I was too busy looking at Dylan's lap. So that's why Matt's crashed through the S's in the first sector. And that's why he's out. Critchley crosses the line in second, only just behind Tom. Obviously, it's only the first run. Still got 6 minutes. So we've got a long way to go. Harry set another lap. Is he going for a... No, did he take a breather and then now he's going for another one? Yeah, he did. So he's going to go again. He's confident that he can find time even on the same set. He might maybe pull in towards the end of a lap. He's going to go for it. Oh, now he's not. Surely, yeah. We'll back out of that. Just got onto the curb and the car threw him around. Did very well to catch that and not completely bin it. So, Harry only P4 for now. As we got Liam beginning his first lap. Phil's still in the pit lane. Might only have the one set of softs. Not completely sure why he's going to wait, but he's going to wait. So, just be the one run for him. Any kind of mistake and, well, it's game over unfortunately. He'll be starting P9. Nice to Liam can get up there. He's not had too many podiums. He's always kind of there or thereabouts, but you can get a nice big point scoring position. Be great to see. Oh, he's just got the lap invalid, unfortunately. Too much of that curb on the left-hand side. Oh, well, this lap's been invalid. Got 4 minutes left. If he's got another set, he might as well come in and take him. If not, have to restore that ERS and get ready to have another flyer. Ryan's made his way out. You could argue maybe that's a little bit early, but might be leaving himself enough time just in case he makes a mistake. Yet Liam will come in. I've got a couple minutes of rest before this. About to get quite chaotic. Hopefully they'll leave each other reasonable amount of gaps. Just make it slightly easier for me. I would like that. Please don't all come out at the exact same time and all cross the line at pretty much the same time. They want to come out in orderly fashion. I would not be complaining. I mean, Ryan's come out nice and early. He's got pretty much this whole track to himself. My issue is people might start coming out by the time he's making his way around the final corner, and he might have a couple people that need to pull out of his way. We'll have to wait and see. Still no pit lane activity though by the looks of things, so he might be alright. We've got one of those. Is that Liam coming back out on the mini-map? It looks like it is. I think it might just be him. Everyone's still waiting just a little bit longer. Ferrari's coming out now. So yeah, I think he's going to just get away with it as people are starting to pull out the pit lane. We could just have two cars with the Ferrari. He might just pass by the time they're into turn one, and he does. So he should have a nice clear track in towards turn one. Currently in P7 is the slowest out of the people that set their first laps, but by the looks of things, looking at that lap time, there was a mistake in there. So he'll be hoping for maybe that top 5 kind of position. Will Ryan, he's 4th or might even have got 3rd in the drivers. So I'll have to double check on that one, but he's been there and he's been at that good consistent kind of level this whole season. I have to say he's done a very, very, very nice job. I think if him and Cole got the some proper consistency together, right from the beginning, because I don't think Cole's been Ryan's teammate for too long, if I'm not mistaken. I think Cole kind of came in kind of later on in towards the season, and I think we could have really seen them up there in the constructors. Is that Chrissy with another spin down at turn 1? And luckily it's only on his out lap, but that's not going to help the tyres completely. To be fair as well, they've all given each other enough room, so I'm not complaining too much. We'll make things easy. I asked for it. What they've done anyway. Ryan could potentially do another lap if he really wanted to. crosses the line. It's only P7 at 27.4. Might still have been another mistake in there. He will go again by the looks of things, so we'll stay on board. He's lagging all over the shop, but it's fine. Ooh, Liam's got invalidated. 45 seconds. Could he make it round in time? 40, 90. It's just going to be close whether Liam gets another lap in or not. He's going to pretty much have to full send it. That's the issue. Ooh, that's going to be close. Liam's going to be cutting that. Very close. I've said that about 4 times, but I think got my point across. Everyone else is finishing their kind of outlaps and getting to begin their laps now. Most people making their way through this first sector. Will Liam make it? No, into the pit lane he comes. There's your answer. So Liam, unfortunately, not going to be able to get a time in. So as long as Phil gets a time in, unfortunately, he'll be looking for P9. Ryan crosses the line, 26.9, only P6. Unfortunately, hasn't quite been able to get it together in Q3 here. Next across the line will be Tom. Could we be seeing a 25? I think we are. It's a 25.7, the first one of the session today. A 25.7, very, very nice lap. Next across the line will be Phil. Oh, he's got it invalid. Unfortunately for him, it's P9. So Liam slightly got away with that. Okay, cross the line anyway. Unfortunately, only P9 for Phil. Dylan will be next. Currently sitting in P7. Not the strongest of first laps from him. Dylan across the line, and it's P2. Just misses out. Harry crosses the line. He takes second now into 25s, but it's not enough. Aston crosses the line next. It's only a 26.3. His day P5. Cole crossed the line. He's 5 tenths up. He'll take P4. Critzy's last one to cross the line then. And looking at his wheel, I think he stays P5, or might have just pipped Cole right at the end back up into P5. So was he not quite what he was after? Tom, very, very dominant performance here. It's looking mightily quick. Pole by a 1/10.5. Harry in second. Dylan in third. Cole in fourth. Critchley in fifth. Aston in sixth. No, Critchley didn't even get Cole in the end. Aston in sixth. Ryan in seventh. Liam in eighth. Phil in ninth. And then Matt unfortunately had the little DNF. So 3 people didn't set times that session, which is a shame. Helps Ryan because he was a little bit off the pace compared to everyone else. Anyway, we will have the usual kind of 5-minute break that we become accustomed to. So I'll check the Discord, but the start time will probably be ready up time. There you go, 31. So you got only 4 minutes from now, but yeah. We will. Oh, yeah. There's the rain. There is the confirmation of the rain. Yeah, I will see you all in around 4 to 5 minutes time. So this is going to be an eventful race. You don't want to miss it, and we'll see you in a couple minutes. Right then. There we go. We've had our little waiting time as per usual, and then here we are, obviously full into conditions. So it's going to make these 53 laps interesting. It's going to be kind of a slightly longer one maybe than usual. Could be seeing like a 1 hour 45-ish race, because at times I'm sure we're going to be in like the 140s, if not maybe slightly more, but I'm not too sure, I'll be honest. I'm guessing we're going to be in the 140s, maybe somewhere around that, so it's going to be probably a slightly longer race than usual. Could be sneaking, maybe, I don't know. Yeah, I'm kind of just waffling at this point, I won't lie, but it will definitely be a longer race. I'll tell you that much. I'm trying to work out how much longer, but I really can't. But it should be a nice fun one. Tom from the start, obviously. Now we are in the wet. Conditions completely different. It kind of almost froze qualifying night in the water completely. But it definitely is going to now bring different things into play. Tom looked very, very quick in qualifying. Can he carry that pace over to the wet race? It's going to be a different question. Ross, it's going to be wet the whole thing, I've been told. So it's a full 53 laps or just full inters. That's what Tom told me right at the beginning when they went into qualifying. So unless something's changed from there, I believe it's full wets this whole race. So let's get into this. As the leaders slot their way in towards the grid spot. Hopefully we don't have any glitches when getting underway. Sometimes the lights go out and then no one moves, which is always awkward, but it's not like I can do this game. It's been out so long now, but there's still glitches that I've seen since pretty much day one. Who's my money on? I'll let you know after the start. You know, I'll let them have a quick start now. I'll throw one out now. Tom's look quick, but the wet is a different thing. I'll go with Harry. Right then. I can only hear the lights. 3, 4, 5. It's lights out and away we go. It's a pretty shortish run down in towards turn 1. You know, it's definitely a lot longer. Tom looks like he's got off to a very, very nice start. Dylan's gone very, very wide. Harry's going to be able to maintain P2. Cole and Critchley still having a little fight. Critchley up into 5th, so he's going to take Cole. Ashton's still in 6th. I think that was just a Red Bull in the background lagging, but Ryan has... No, okay, Ryan is on... Ryan, I don't know what's going on, but he's on track. He's on track. I thought Ryan was going to be going off, but it's going to make things nice and awkward for Liam, who's trying to find a way through. You can kind of get an idea of how wet it is on board at the moment when following. Ryan... Your internet's not really helping here, but unfortunately there's not a lot he can do. I was about to say he's gone off again, but he hasn't. So this is going to make things a little bit more interesting. Matt unfortunately is down a couple positions. We take a look at the big gainers. Josh is up 4. The good start for him. Dylan... Oh, has Harry had a little wobble? He might have done. He's just... lost positions to Dylan and Critchley. Oh, yeah, he is struggling. No damage either. That is just generally he's gone deep a couple of times. Needs to get those tyres up and firing ASAP. As Aston's putting Cole under a bit of pressure as well. So yeah, Josh is a big gainer. Phil's lost out massively, down 6. Bale's down 5. Tyler up a couple, Dan up a couple, Sil up a couple. So... I mean, Tom looks like he's still got this pace for... Has Ryan had a spin completely? Or... Is he just lagged his way? As Aston's gone incredibly off there. He's lost a couple of positions as well. Ryan's all the way down... No, he's... Okay, Ryan I give up with. Phil's into the pit lane, unfortunately. Ryan, I don't know what's going on with. Says he's 17th and disconnected. So I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do with that Red Bull. I don't actually know where he is on track. I'll be 100% honest. This game is brilliant to spectate. Liam's just got into the lead apparently. This game, £50 game, doesn't fucking work. But it's fine. I'm not angry, I'm disappointed. Aston is trying to find the way past Liam for what I think is actually P7, because Phil should not be in the lead. Matt and Josh having a little scrap behind as well. Delta's finally sorted themselves out. They have, I can kind of actually tell what's going on now. Not the best of opening couple of laps, but unfortunately it's not a lot I can do about that. Dylan is still there. The top 5 all within a second of each other. Obviously no DRS in the wet at all, so no assistance down the straights whatsoever. Apart from your ERS, it's just going to come down to maybe your setup, as Dylan sets fastest after the race, so he's sending a little message out. It's only 2.5 attempts back. Cole does go even quicker as Dan is into the pit lane. He might have picked up some early damage, unfortunately. But at the moment, it's eyes out on front. Josh and Ryan. Josh is going to be up and into 10th, so McLaren need points, and so far with Phil down in 20th, Josh is up into 10th. They're only getting the 1. As Dylan is getting very close. He's almost had a little go, obviously in towards the fast right-hander. Not exactly the ideal corner to send one, but he's got very, very close and in towards the hairpin. He might have a little look, potentially. Nope, we'll just follow through. Tom has gone a little bit deep. He's almost just forced him into a mistake. And suddenly it's gonna become a drag race in towards Spoon. Dylan will have the outside. I think Tom might just be able to keep up with this. Got the better exit out of the hairpin, even though he went deep. Was obviously able to get up to full speed slightly quicker just because of the line he had. And he will keep P1 for now. But Dylan is putting him under an immense amount of pressure. We're only on lap 3. How long could he hold this off for? That's the question. He's got Critchley breathing down his neck as well. These 3 separated by half a second. Critchley might have a little look. I think he thought about one. It's almost slowed him down now. These top 5 all separated by 5 to 6 tenths. This could get pretty spicy. See Josh and Matt slightly further down, all kind of close to each other as well. Looks like, to be fair, you've kind of got this little train with Tom down to 5th, as Cole in the background is trying to get past Harry for P5. And he's going to get it done. A very nice move there. Harry trying to see if he can find a way through. But Cole just plants his car perfectly. They have lost a little bit of time because of that, to the top 3. But Cole won't be complaining, as Phil obviously pitted last lap. Sets the fast lap of the race. You can see Harry was almost pushing him along there. But yeah, as I was saying, you've kind of got this little train of the top 5. Ryan's in a little bit of his own pocket in 6th, and then Liam's got his own train all the way down to Josh. So two separate groups of cars at the moment. I want to try catch every overtake possible. Unfortunately, I don't think it's gonna be doable. Too many people are just all too close together at the moment. Could Josh have a little look on Matt here? Oh, he's going to use overtake in towards 130. Oh, it's going to be quite a tough place to go for a move, definitely in the wet, because you might find you just don't have the grip. But no way through for Josh at the moment. We're going to head back towards the front as Dylan is potentially mounting a charge on Tom. I think this race is just going to be a lot of following, maybe forcing the car ahead of you into just a small mistake, because in the wet it's obviously easier just to make that slight mistake, capitalise on it, and then try disappear. But it's going to be difficult. As Silt picks up the first penalty of the race, he does get... No, Dale does actually get past him because of that. Are they still battling? No. Looks like he maybe went wide, picked up the penalty, and then lost the position as well. It's a bit of a double whammy there. Harry is still eager to get back past Colt. So eager. He might have a go at the hairpin here. He's going to have to go the long way round if he's going to want to do it. Oh, got on the curb, and that nearly threw him off. And he's into... Oh, he's nearly into the gravel. Onto the grass momentarily. And unfortunately, that's going to set him back quite a bit. As Dylan is still all over the Ferrari. He's just not quite gaining enough on the straights, to be honest with you. ERS wise, they're pretty similar as well. They both got around that kind of 55 to 60% mark. We've got a yellow flag in sector 2 in this little four-way scrap down here. Oh, Sil thought about that. He really wanted to. He should have gone for it, Sil. Come on. Obviously, still a long way to go in this race, so I completely understand. For a little bit of action, just send one out the inside in towards 130R would have been nice. Would have been a great move if he could have pulled that one off. Now Kian's trying to get past Dale for P50. Nice to see these boys kind of a little bit further down, still going for the scrap. Nearly runs into the back of the house. Jeez, I cannot speak at the moment. Sil is still right behind him. Pritchley's caught back up between the front two as well. He dropped off momentarily, but I think as they've kind of been having a little bit of a battle between themselves, he's slowly just reeled them back in. Cole has really dropped off now, though, to those three. The gap's at 3 seconds. Him and Harry have kind of just been pushing each other along for the last couple of laps. Interestingly, though, still Josh, Matt, Aston, Liam all still stuck behind Ryan. Unfortunately, it just doesn't look like they can find a way past each other. Overtaking is seeming to be an issue. We're only on lap 6. You can kind of get as close as you want. As you can see, a 10th or so always. Matt nearly ran dead into the back of Aston. That does allow Diggles to have a way through, but momentarily we're going to look at Cohen and Ryan. Well, I said overtaking seemed difficult. These two bring on a little show. Cohen able to get up and into 11th, into towards the chicane. Ryan will definitely fight this back in towards turn 1. But as you can see, you just don't gain down the straights. Unless you want to put it in overtake, you don't really gain in a straight line. Lee's just behind them as well in 13th, so he's there to pick up any potential scraps between these two. It's just patience is going to be key. I say this quite often in these races with patience. We're on lap 7 of 53. Don't go for a dumb move now. We've still got loads of laps to go. As Harry is really onto the back of Cole. Surely he's got to find a way through soon. Unfortunately, a mistake into Spoon, and all that time he's gained. Well, he's 6-7 tenths off him going onto the straight. To be fair, he's got a lot of overtake. He's got like 30% more than Cole, but still, in the wet, it can be quite easy to kind of regain that. Oh no. I've just dropped my controller. Luckily, the batteries didn't fall out. That's not good. Tyler is out. It was Dale and Key and his teammate actually were having a little battle. We got a safety car because of that. I'm not surprised. Cole. Oh, Harry and Cole. Was that... Did he pretend to run into the back of him as they headed into the pit lane? I think that might have been because Cole's got a 5-second penalty for it. Anyway, as I was saying, I think Dale and Kim were having a battle. One of the Renaults spun sideways, and I think the other one just... They were so close together. Just T-boned straight into the side of him. And that's Tyler out, unfortunately, out of the race once again. He struggled last time in Russia. Unfortunately, his race ended very, very shortly. It's kind of the same here. Most people using this as a free pit stop, but the issue is, I think everyone from probably... I think maybe Cohen and Lee had the chance to pit. But I think most of the kind of front guys had already passed the pit lane entry. So they didn't really get an option, or to be fair, this could cost them. Well, on jinxing Harry, yeah, well, but it's a long way to go. Trust me, I know these things. Long way to go. How many penalties has he got? 5. Oh, Ryan has a drive-through. That must have been speeding onto the pit lane. That's not speeding under safety car. Sorry, that's not what he wants. So Cole and Harry both got 5 seconds for running into the back of each other. That's not going to tell me what it's for yet. I'm going to have to do it this way. Yeah, so I think that was as they went into the pit lane, one of them, I think it was Cole, who was slightly ahead, I'm guessing, broke slightly too early. They ran into the back of each other. That would be the guess there. To be fair, the field wasn't too spread apart. Kind of brings Cole back into this a little bit, but he has got the penalty, of course. So, wait, did Cole pit? Wait, Cole didn't even pit. What am I? I'm waffling. Ignore me. What did those two have their collision for, though? He must have. Ignore me. That must be why Harry pit. Okay. I just saw Harry going into the pit lane as the collision was made, so I thought maybe that was there, but they must have had it coming together maybe in the final chicane and then literally got wing damage. He came in as the safety car came out, which might low-key have blessed him. Well, we'll have to see. Yeah. What I thought happened did not happen. Ooh, oh no, Cole. Oh no, Cole. No, Cole's just spun under the safety car. Oh, that's the last thing he wants right now. Oh, that is... Oh, that's so unfortunate. He was just trying to get warmth in the tyres, and next thing he knows, he's completely around and down to 18th, and he's still got a pit. The thing is, most of the guys down here pitted onto a fresh set of inters. He's not even pitted. He's going to want to surely have to pit now. Oh, Lee's now picked up a 5-second penalty for running into the back of, I think it was Keelan? Wait, no, Cohen. Sorry, there's too many people's names just have K in them. Alright then, lap number 9. The safety car, wait, the safety car coming in? I think the safety car's coming in. Tom with the restart then. Off he goes. That's a very decent restart. Critchley putting Dylan under a heck of pressure heading towards turn 1. Oh, he's gonna go for it. It's just enough room. Good job Dylan realised he was there. That could have ended very, very badly momentarily. Chrissy's got to be careful on the curbs. These curbs in the wet seem deadly, and the rain's definitely picking up. I don't think we'll be towards full wets, but I think to be fair, Harry pitting, I know he's got the 5-second penalty to go with it, but he's right onto the back of Ryan. Well, he's past Ryan, up into 11th. He's the furthest ahead on these fresh set of tyres. Like Ross has just put in the chat, I think watching him try just cut his way through this field as Phil now has got by Ryan as well for P12. I think watching him try cut his way through this field is going to be a good one to watch because he's still only around maybe 10 seconds off the lead and he's pitted. So it could low-key be a little blessing in disguise. We'll have to see as the race unfolds. Dale and Sil having a lovely battle for his spoon just ahead of us. Oh, they bang tyres. I don't think there was any front wing coming off there. I think that's just a gentle little wheel touch. Sil just forces him out wide just to secure at P9. Here comes Harry though. He's eager and he's absolutely flying in a straight line into 130R. Is he going to go for it? He's going to have the inside line and he will force the hat out wide. He won't care. In towards chicane. Who can outbrake each other? Well, Harry comes out on top of that. That's a very nice move. And he's up and into 10th then. He's getting the move on. And he's already back up and into the points. Ryan has come into the pits. So kind of so far a race to forget for him. Phil now past Dale as well. Phil's kind of just following through on whatever Harry does. Unfortunately for Phil, he hasn't got that fresh set of inters. He pitted kind of lap 2 or 3, so he's kind of just kept the same ones on. Next up for Harry is Sil. He thought about that into the hairpin. He's gonna just gonna squeeze his little front wing in. Aston's all over the back of Liam here. Surely he's gonna want to size up a move up the hill and in towards 130R. Surely. He's just dropped off a little bit, to be fair. It might actually be Josh having a look on Matt for P6. These two have just slowly been climbing their way up the field. P6 and P7. Josh, very, very, very well held. I thought for a moment that could have been him in the braking zone. And to be fair, here comes Matt. Josh nearly bends it and Matt on Aston. Just a straight drag to turn 1. I think Aston might have this. Oh no. Oh, Matt's kind of just thrown his car in there. Would love to be able to see an onboard replay. Because Matt's just thrown himself into a door which I think was forever going to close. He was alongside to an extent though. I think I'd need like the camera angle unfortunately just changed to something not as nice. Oh, that's definitely going to be looked at for the stewards. Matt unfortunately down to P17. Yeah, no, I think I'd have to see an onboard before I can comment too much on that. Just because he looked like he was slowly getting out dragged. I thought, okay, Aston is pulling away, but he was still kind of alongside to an extent. I'd have to kind of see how alongside. Oh, has Ryan got some damage? Or is that just a mistake and he's dropped back? Unfortunately, he's down and into P16 as Cole and Dan, who are both trying to work their way back through the field, are squabbling for P14 at the moment. Cole obviously unfortunately spun under the safety car. And Dan is going to just bully his way through on the inside and take P14. Harry now, we're back to the Harry charge. Well, he's going to go for the same move he went on Dale. And they both go out wide, but he's going to get through just about. Should be a fine move. I don't think Sil will put up too much of a fight. Unlike Dale. Dale tried it, but couldn't do it. Aston is into the pit lane. So, yeah, he's got no front right end plate. That might have been from the Matt incident. I'm going to say might. I think it is. So, oh, yellow flag, sector 3. Is that Matt with a spin? Oh, that is Matt with a spin. We got a VSC for that. I'm not surprised. Unfortunate for Matt these last couple of laps. The incident with Aston, and then now he's got no front wing at all. Barry's up to 7th. Got around a second gap to Cohen, then there's kind of a 3-second gap to Josh, and everyone's kind of spaced out a little bit. Definitely from Liam to Critchley, a 5-second gap there. But Tom's done well in this stint. Obviously, we're under VSC, so I'm not entirely sure how accurate these gaps are. They will still change. For a moment, it's 1.5 seconds now. It's kind of around that 7/10 to 1 second mark, the gap between the top two. So Tom's doing well just to keep this constant gap, get the pace going still in these inters. Oh no, Diggles. Oh, the race was going so well. The race was going so well up into P5. He's just got a drive through for speeding under the virtual safety car. That's going to drop him very far back. Oh, that's the last thing he wanted right now. That is the last thing he wanted. That's such a shame. He's going to lose 15 to 20 seconds because of that. Just going to have to drive straight through the pit lane. Fair, luckily, it's not like a really long pit lane, so it's not going to affect him loads. But he's going to be dropping down the order very quickly, and he's still got a pit. Yeah, no, him and Matt, unfortunately, they were looking so good a couple of laps ago. A drive through and an incident, and suddenly things are not looking pretty. But a yellow flag in sector 1, is that for Sil? It is. Sil's had an off. Don't know if that's a coming together or a self-inflicted spin. Somehow it looks like he's got all his front wing. That's rather impressive, I won't lie. Maybe he's gone onto the grass there and kept it out of the wall. Fair play. Yeah, under safety car, you'd rather lose, I don't know, half a second than 20 seconds. But I guess he's just trying to make up as much time as possible. Ooh, Keane's going to send one up the inside in towards the hairpin on Phil. They touch. Phil's going to obviously have the better exit there, and Keane, no way through. It's a bit of an audacious one, that, and I think a bit of a risky one, and yet again he's going to try one round the outside and nearly onto the grass, which I think if he got 2 tyres on that grass, that would have probably just thrown him around. I've just realised, Dan, I just saw his front wing momentarily. He was trying to then sneak back up the inside. People going for some ballsy moves here in the wet around Japan. He's got a good run as Critchley sets the fastest lap of the race, and he's brought that gap down to the front two. Keane is really wanting to get past Phil at the moment, but he needs to be patient. He needs to wait for a proper good moment, and that is why, as that nearly ended horribly. Phil went into the pit lane, and Keane then tried to go up the inside. I think he realised he was pitting and had to pull out at the very last second. That could have ended not very nice, as Dan and Cole are now having a little scrap for P9. Ryan is right behind them. Phil unfortunately merged out in 18th, so you got Lee, Phil and Matt all very far behind. Well, to be fair, Matt's 50 seconds behind, unfortunately. As Kiam's picked up a 3-second penalty. Oh, right, I will quickly check penalties. There you go. Lee's got the most on 8. Josh has got 3. Sil's got 6. Keane's got 3. Ryan's got 3, Cole's got 5, Dan's got 3. As talking of Cole, he's all over the back of Dan still. Wants to get 3 for P9. Dale's got 3, Harry's got 5, which is a stop go, so that can get removed. Same with Cole. And Critchley's also got 3. So there's your little quick penalty update. Oh, Dylan. out front. There's a 10th in this, I think. This might be the first proper attack from Dylan. On lap 16. Doesn't quite go for it. He's always just fine with following and being patient as Dylan, which I think is honestly what helps him in these races. He knows it's a long way to go. We could have seen maybe more than midfield drivers. Maybe someone would have just tried to send that round the outside. Realistically, that's never really going to work. Tom with a little mistake is nearly a racing point, drives straight into the back of him. You see how slippery it is though when following like a spray. This is not easy. Critchley is right behind this front three, separated by half a second or so. Here comes Dylan. Could he try one up the inside? No, he will back out. I would have been round the outside, sorry, not up the inside. Oh, Tom's gone deep. But again, as we saw earlier, even though Tom went deep, allows him to get the better exit. So it's not gonna affect him too much. Josh is still having a little scrap. Down in 13th, Josh has got back through there, so he's already making up for that lost time. And Harry's up into 5th. These three keep battling. He's got to get past Liam 3rd. He's around 9 seconds away from this, 8.5 to 9 seconds away from this train. Just needs to get his foot down. Tom's picked up a 3-second penalty, so at the moment Dylan is the only one without a 3-second time penalty in this race. This is going to get tasty. Dan as well is onto the back of Nathan, and he's not going to put up too much of a fight. In fact, he tried to overtake him, but Cole's going to be able to get through as well, which I'm sure is not what Dan was wanting. He was trying to put a car in between them both, but Cole was able to follow through after Nathan tried to fight it back. Josh has moved up to 12th as Kian has pitted after only 8 laps, so I'm guessing he's picked up some wing damage in there. Dylan's still trying to fight away through Tom. Oh, Critchley, that was audacious. I'm surprised he's not got any wing damage from that. Very surprised. Well, Dylan was trying to have a little look on Tom. Critchley came storming in, trying to squeeze up a gap on the inside, which was never there. Yeah, I think he's lucky to not have lost the front wing on his front tyre there. Here comes Dylan in towards 130R around the outside. Go on. Oh, no, the gap was just closing off, but to be fair, he's almost done a switchback. He's going to send it around the outside in towards chicane. Oh, that's a brilliant move if he can hold on to this. Tom is still there. Oh, is he just peeled into the pit lane? He has. Tom is into the pits then. That's a really nice move, but he's now got to fend off Critchley. Here comes Critchley. He's going to now try it around the outside. But no way through. Oh, no, there's wing damage there. Critchley's ran into the back of him. Dylan is just going to be able to hold on, but Critchley tried to go around the outside. I think he wanted to switch back to the inside for turn 1, and unfortunately he's lost wing damage as Dylan almost lost it. Some chaos at the front. I don't think Tom had wing damage. I think he just peeled in just to avoid maybe that battle and try an undercut. Has Harry got damage? Nope, Harry looks damage free. Harry's very much just in a world of his own at the moment, just putting in some consistent times. It was a great first initial move from Dylan, sorry, and then obviously Tom just peeled off into the pits, so battle kind of got cut short a little bit, but Critchley with the wing damage as well. I'm sure we're going to see him in at the end of this lap. So Dylan's now just going to be all out there by himself in his own world. And unfortunately, the gap from the top 3 is going to go from a second separating all of them to now the top kind of 6 at the moment, all separated by, kind of 3 seconds to each other. Yeah, Ross, I see what you're saying, actually. Like, he's been at that 4-second gap to Liam for quite a long time. To be fair, Liam is not a slow Don, but on fresher tyres, you'd expect him to maybe pull in just a little bit quicker. So in comes Critchley as expected. I think at the moment the real battle is still, can Cole get past Dan? Critchley will come out, I think. Well, Tom passes him now, so I think that confirms Tom didn't have to get a wing change. I think he just pitted for an undercut opportunity. Didn't want to get involved in the battle too much and just decided to peel in. So let's see. Tom in 9th, Critchley all the way down in 13th, and a good kind of 8-9 seconds off of Tom, who was in the lead, and Critchley was third and only like two tenths away. So I think that's actually worked, as Critchley will straight away get past Sil for P12. But he's got a 6-second gap roughly to Josh ahead of him. As Matt down in 19th. Set the fastest lap of the race. Go on, mate. And there's Tom past Nathan as well. Next up for Tom is going to be Nathan's teammate Dale, actually. Yeah, the last thing we want right now is safety car, because I want this race to get interesting. Give me a safety car once they've all pitted, just to keep it fair. I don't want a safety car right now. I think if Tom can clear Dale here, he's got a bit of clear air ahead of him, and then he's catching onto the back of Cole, onto the back of Dan. And from there, he can just get his head down. Oh, the Haas goes there indeed. We got a yellow. Oh, that's Keane and Matt. I think Keane's just had a spin. Well, in goes the Haas driver. I think around about now is where we're starting to see a couple cars pit. So I think it might be the pit window time. Roughly. I'm not too sure. I don't know how long these inters go. My guess would be 20 laps. I think I think he could still do a 2-stop. I think he's maybe just trying to get the optimum. So what, 16, 32, and then 20. Maybe just slightly, I think he's maybe done a slightly earlier first stop. We'll then take the second stent at 18. Yeah, 18, sorry, not 16. So 18, and what's that, 36, and then, to be fair, you could just do a 2-stop 18, and then 18. Maybe he just wants literally the best. There's no point doing a 2-stop if you're going to... Oh, Critchley, wait. Oh, no. I was too busy rambling about pit strategies. Oh, that does not look good. Oh, you meant to. Okay, yeah. I was going to say, yeah. Oh, I'm not sure how that's happened. We've only got a VSC for that, which is interesting. That should realistically be a full course. Will Dylan pit? Where's Dylan? Will he pit? He will. Oh, we said it. We said that a safety car would handle the race. Well, a virtual safety car is definitely going to help. That's not ideal at all. It basically take 10 seconds off this pit stop. Through goes Harry. Obviously pitted very early on. Where's Tom? Well, Tom's coming down the straight now. Oh, yeah, Dylan. Dylan should be able to keep hold of this. To be fair, luckily Tom is behind him, but Dylan's got the switch. Well, see, he got the overtake technically done anyway, so they are kind of back to where they belong. If you count the overtaking being done, but if there's not a VSC there, Tom definitely have him. Aston, no, you're the second one to do it. Speeding under VSC. Oh, Tom, careful, careful. Careful at the curb, no. Okay, he's done very well. Very well to keep that. Just a little drift show, you know. Dylan on fresh tyres versus Cole on these 20 lap holds. I think he might be able to get through pretty quickly. He's going to send it on the inside in towards the hairpin. Have a little touch. I mean, realistically, Cole should get the better exit, but Dylan on the fresh tyres has so much more grip. in towards Spooner. Have the inside line. Neither of them are going to back out of this. But yeah, Dylan just able to get through those fresher tyres, working an absolute treat. And he's up into third. Dylan's in a very strong position to go on and win this race. If we can stay out of trouble, we can clear down here. He's in a very, very good position. It shouldn't be too difficult for Dylan. Harry's actually into the pit on lap 13. That feels like a slightly earlier stop. I know he's already stopped once, but to take the Inters another 30 laps from here, I would have thought you took them 20 and then did another 22, 23 in the final stint. That's... Actually, no. Maths is not my strong point. We'll just move on. I'll stop trying to work out people's pit strategy and just focus on Dylan trying to get past Dan, which is actually, with Harry pitting, now the battle for the lead. Yeah, Ross, you're right there. If Dan can just be a roadblock essentially for probably 3 or 4 laps, maybe not even 3-4 laps, maybe even 2 laps, then Tom is right back in this. And to be fair, I know Josh had his drive-through and he hasn't pitted yet. He's still in P5, which isn't terrible. To be fair, Dan looks like he's doing a good job of kind of just holding him up. Dylan's not really been able to catch onto the back of him like I thought. Liam and Harry though. Oh, are you kidding? He was quite far back and then there you go. God's sake. The one moment I come off from the overtake, Dylan gets through and unfortunately he's not really allowed Tom to catch up. And in that, Liam got past Harry, and I think we'll see the two... Ooh, oh no. There's wing damage for Harry. Oh, this race has just not gone his way. I have officially jinxed him. He's got wing damage on the front right. I was about to say when he got past Liam, I think we'll see a Williams spot potentially, but Harry's just going to be dropping down the order. He's going to have to pit and come out probably P16. Maybe 15th just, but he's going to be losing so much time on this in lap. Ah, that's a shame for him. That's a real shame. But at the moment, Dylan's going to gain another 25 points. Yeah, if he wins from here, I'll give Harry like, I don't know, 20 quid somehow. Because he's, oh yeah, you can see he's really struggling. Leads on to the back of Ryan. Ryan obviously struggled in the first part of the race. Looks like he's slowly been able to get some consistency together. Still only 13th though. And then Liam gets past. Oh no. Oh well, we've had one Williams with wing damage. That's got to be a safety car surely, which could still keep Harry in play here. Yeah, full course safety car. Ryan and Liam having a fight, and Ryan's lost the back end into the wall. He's gone, and that front right tyre is having a big old spasm. To be fair, this kind of keeps Harry in play to an extent. He won't lose as much time for this pit stop, and we could see cars around him pitting just for the sake of getting a free stop. Sorry, excuse me. Which I think most of them are. So to be fair, his teammate's almost done him a favour here. Little conspiracy. You know, teammate crashing. I know it wasn't on purpose. I'm just joking, but little conspiracy theory. The thing is, the leaders didn't pit too long ago. Harry will be in 13th, which maybe isn't quite as highly like. But he's still in it, and that's the main thing. He could have been, without the safety car, looking at 14th, 15th. Obviously not as far back as Matt and Keaton, but it could have been a lot worse for him. It'll bunch them all back up together, and kind of approaching the halfway mark. It's going to make things interesting again. Oh, now Dale's got a drive-through penalty. So Dan's into the pit lane then. He'll take advantage of that free stop. That's actually going to do him a world of good. He'll come out maybe P7. I guess he's getting a wing change. Josh is going to pit again. That's going to benefit Josh, actually. If you think about this, he had a drive-through penalty. Things were looking rough for him. Dan's just teleported in front of him. But these two, P5 and P6, Josh with a very, very good recovery drive so far. I'll stay so far because still a long way to go. Can Cole get him? Cole's going to get Josh. Won't get Dan, though. So Josh... Very good job from him. To still be P7. He just got his head down. I mean, Dan, you can't complain. I had no damage. Oh, the wing. Okay, yeah, I got you now. I was like, yeah. The game has not exactly nice you there. But to be fair, I don't think it's affected the outcome too much because Cohen would have got you anyway. But luckily, I think if Cole got you, that would have been yikes. But I think you would have come out 5th anyway, so, I mean, it's not the end of the world. Could have shafted you, luckily it didn't. I still think we'll see probably a couple more laps before the safety car comes in, as we've still got Kean and Matt who are a long way back to catch up. Hopefully the game gives them a chance to catch up. Sorry, I'm tired. I know it's only 9:30, but oh, Matt's got a 3-second penalty under the safety car as well. It's not ideal. Dan with the last podium. It's doable. It's very much doable. P5. You got fresher tyres than the 4 ahead of you. It is on still. It is on. If we... Oh, wrong button. I mean, started 19th. Cohen, to be fair, is doing very well from 14th. Josh again from 13th. He could have been even more up there. Without Josh's drive-through, who knows where he could be. Josh could be right up there. And fingers crossed Matt and Kian can catch up this lap, or will get close enough so that the safety car comes in and they don't lose out too much time. Pit window is just open for them, but that's just their default pit window. They've been on these inters for 1 lap, so definitely don't want to be pitting there. Which maybe indicates the inters can go 26 laps if you want to do a 1 stop potentially. I wish there was a way to check the pit strategy in race. That'd be nice, but can't ask for too much now. I'd already love a replay feature, but I know that's going to be far from from even coming into the game as a spectator, to be honest. That's me just dreaming. Just because sometimes you miss stuff, and when you're by yourself, you can't see everything that goes on, or you just want, you know, a second watch, because sometimes on the first watch, things don't always quite look as you see them. When you rewatch it, you see, okay. But I mean, this game's already broken enough. 10 now, no more stops. Okay, so you can take them half distance, 20-26. Ooh, that's gonna make things interesting for the guys who haven't pitted. Top 4. Tom's gonna have to pit again then. Dylan could do it to the end, but it's gonna be tight. Same with Liam and Cohen. Already done 5 and 8 laps respectively. You guys just doing your first lap, but again under safety car. So it's not really gonna affect them too much. Tom's the big question mark. He's definitely gonna have to pit again. Dylan, Liam and Cohen will be struggling doing those extra laps. But knowing this league, we'll probably have another safety car or a VSC or something with 10 laps to go, which will give everyone a chance to repit, and then from there, who knows what could happen. Alright then, if we're not seeing safety car in this lap, then I will be very surprised. Just giving Matt a way back into this race, giving Kian a way back into this race. They were like a minute and 15 seconds behind, but they finally caught back up. And as we approach the halfway mark, we'll be back underway, which is nice. Hopefully we can see some more good action that we've seen kind of in the first half of this race. Love a good old finish. If we can get, you know, kind of 4 or 5 cars all very close together with the final couple of laps, that'd be great to see, because sometimes with these races it's so action packed, then towards the end it just drops off a little. But hopefully with the rain, as the safety car in this lap, it keeps everyone closer together and it makes these overtakes slightly harder to do. So last couple of laps we might see some absolute lunges from some people as they try to get the moves done. Here we go then, Dylan with the safety car restart. Tom is literally pushing him along right now. And to be fair, he literally stayed with him, knew exactly what Dylan was going to do. Phil will come into the pit lane straight away, the same with Dale, so might have got some wing damage from running into the back of people. Ooh, I think Ryan's just retired in the pit lane. Or am I... No, Ryan... No, sorry. Ignore me completely. I saw a... Yeah, no, ignore me. No one's retired in the pit lane. But to be fair, everyone has stayed pretty in position. Dan is trying to find a way past Cohen ASAP. Cohen's done very well to work his way up into P4. The question is how long we'll be able to hold it for. He's got Dan, Josh, Cole, Ryan and Harry all right behind him, very eager to get through. Dylan just needs to try pull away. He thinks about sending one up the inside, maybe forcing Cohen into a little bit of a mistake. Dale picked up a 3-second penalty. But yeah, Dylan maybe didn't get the best of restarts initially, but he's absolutely pulled away and has a 1.5 second gap already out front. So here comes Dan for P4. He wants a podium. He's going to have to go for the move into 130R, but to back out of it, doesn't want to go for anything audacious. Instead, they're looking towards the final chicane and just lunge one up the inside. Does well to get the car stopped in time. And he's up and into fourth past the Racing Point. Josh now will be lining him up. A little bit wayward off the last corner. Too far back this time around. The rain is really heavy. If he gets a good exit out of this corner, he could potentially line a move into the hairpin, just a little bit drifty. And Dylan's nearly already got a 3-second lead. Oh no, Tom's gone really deep into the hairpin. I don't know, there was maybe a touch from Liam. Has he got wing damage? He does not, so maybe Tom has just gone too deep himself, and unfortunately he's down into 9th. And it gives everyone a free position into 10th now as Nathan's got by. That is not what Tom was after at all. So free positions for everyone as he was in 2nd. Phil's struggling as well. He's had a little trip into the gravel right at the end of the 1st sector. Could potentially see him retire, unfortunately. But he's now got past Tom as well. But Dylan now with a 4-second gap because of that mistake. He sets the fast lap of the race with a 39.5. Josh, we dropped into the grass and he did very well not to lose that completely. But Cole now will have a really good run in towards turn 1. He backs out of it. We're seeing people maybe not fully committed for these wet overtake moves. They just don't have as much trust in the car. So Cole will back out there, even though he kind of won and truly had a little go. And Cohen is doing well to keep hold of this P4. He's dropped a little bit off with Dan, but considering I'm sure he doesn't find himself in P4 too often on a Tuesday night. He's dealing with the pressure well so far, but he's still a long way to go. Harry's all over the back of Ryan as well. Could he have a look in towards the hairpin? He's going to send one up the inside. They have a little bang. Obviously. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, that's front wing gone for Harry. They had a little touch front right to the side pod. And I think Ryan on the exit got a little bit squirming. He's just come across the left. It was not intentional at all. But unfortunately, he's nearly put Harry in a wall and he has given him damage. So he's down to P10. And yeah, now Harry, I think, unfortunately, is going to struggle to maybe even get a top kind of 6 or 7 position. He's going to have to pit again as there goes Sil. So he's now out of the points. Unfortunately, I jinxed him right before the beginning of the race. He was my guess to win. And unfortunately, it's not quite gone that way. And Dan has caught up to the back of Liam for P2. Sarri's into the pit lane. Same with Matt as well, actually. They both picked up wing damage on that lap. I'll tell you what, Josh is still at the back of Cohen. He's got a good exit. He's going to use overtake. He's going to go for it a hairpin. Going to go for it around the outside of 4th. For a moment, he might back out, but he's going to look for the switchback move, then look to get the better exit. I think he's going to do that. And I think that's a brilliant move from Josh to get P4. Fate to go the long way round. The long way around the hairpin. Did the switchback up the inside. And he's up and into 4th place. Now he's kind of got that 2-second gap to hunt down Dan and Liam just ahead of him. It's doable. Josh could get a podium here with that drive-through penalty. I thought at one point that his luck was just never going to end. Just always seems to get so unlucky, whether it's with penalties, with Obviously, track like corner cutting warnings, or it's just a small mistake like with a drive-through. But he's pulled this well together, and P4 is doing a very good job. Cole's in P6, so he's next up for Cohen, and then he's got a little bit of a gap to his teammate behind. Around 3 seconds down the road is Ryan, then Nathan, and then Lee, who's actually all over the back of the Haas driver. As Phil in his little own world has set the fastest lap of the race. Josh has caught on to this little three-man train, to be fair. Josh is absolutely... Oh, I've nearly done it again. He's really good at holding those. That's twice now on the exact same corner. I switched him and he's nearly lost it instantly. Very well held. He's absolutely flying at the moment. Just lost a little bit of time because of that. But he still sets his fast after the race by 6 tenths. And he probably lost half a tenth to a second there. So, not half a tenth, half a second. To a second there. You can tell I'm tired, but it's fine. We soldier through. I think Josh could very well be looking for a P2 here, depending on penalties. His car does seem to be squirming all over the place. He's got 3 seconds. Liam and Dylan don't. Cole behind him, well, Cole a couple positions down, also doesn't have any penalties. As always, that Phil gone off again. I think that might have been just a little instance. So the McLaren does seem maybe a little bit squirmy in these positions, which is making them struggle a bit. But Josh is able to deal with it. But as you can see, it's once again, he's had a little off. The pressure's slowly starting to get to him. As Phil once again in the final sector, I wouldn't be surprised if I see him pit and retire, unfortunately. He's 40 seconds back from Matt in P15. Yeah, I think he's coming into the pit lane. That'll probably be the end of his race, unfortunately. And it is. It's not showing me the DNF sign, which I think I've actually only just realised earlier. When I thought Ryan retired, it's because someone did. I think Aston got disqualified. I just seen it in the Discord now. It's because he had a drive-through. And then he waited till the final lap to serve it, and then on that lap the safety car came out, and then I think from there that kind of screwed it. We've got a VSC. I think that might be because of Phil's retired car, but did he not? Did he not do it in the pit lane? I'll quickly jump through and see if anyone's maybe lost some wing and had an incident. Ferrari looks fine. Haas looks fine. The Renault I can't exactly tell, but he looks like he's flying through fine. Everyone else looks fine, so I think that might just be because of Phil's car, which is a little bit annoying because it's not really a need for a virtual safety car, but we move on. But yeah, penalty wise, Dylan still hasn't got any. He's out in front by 5.4 seconds. He's looking dominant with just 20 laps to go. Your money would definitely be on him at this point of the race. I mean, you'd be dumb to throw it elsewhere. Always Dale's now picked up a drive-through for speeding under the VSC as well. That's like the third one we've had this race. Such a shame. Just give yourself that extra second or so, because you'd rather lose a second than 20. Another yellow flag in sector 3. In sector 2, sorry, I didn't see anyone there. Cole is close onto the back of Cohen. Dale has ended it there in the pit lane as well, so we're down to only the 14. The yellow flag in sector 1, that's just for his DNF car that's decided to re-venture back onto the track. Cole, oh no. He's done it again. Is that... Oh, that could have been close. He's just had a little spin all by himself. He did it under safety car. He's done it once again. This time by himself. I think he literally just clipped the grass on the right hand side. And it's just thrown him completely around. He's now all the way down to 11th place. So 3 positions pretty much from everyone. And Cohen did a really good job in P5 here. He's been able to deal with the pressure. Josh got by, but Cole couldn't find a way through, and he's then just lost it by himself. So, at the moment, Cohen holding on for P5, which is a very nice job. I think if Dan can get a P2, to be honest, it will be my driver of the day. But also shout out to Josh, shout out to Cohen, Nathan as well. They've all kind of worked their way from the back of the grid, and they're up in that high kind of points-paying positions. Like, they're doing very, very well. Still picks up a 3-second time penalty. To be fair, Josh is onto this train now properly. Another yellow flag in sector 1. I think that's Matt once again. No, yeah, it can't be Lee. Ooh. Nathan's had a little off as well. He's got some wing damage to go with that, so that's unfortunate. I was just praising how well he was doing. Cole still just struggling to get back up to speed. And yeah, it must have been Matt, who unfortunately is in P14. Nathan's just going to be dropping down the order, unfortunately, with the wing damage. Kian's next up. He'll take a 3 points pay position. But at the moment, the focus is on this 3-man train. Liam, Dan, and Josh. Obviously, most of these guys are going to be taking their tyres right to the end. Obviously, Liam's slightly harder, but Dan and Josh can go the distance, I believe. They're gonna be like 26 laps old, but from what Dan put in the chat, they should be able to make it, as Nathan does pit for his wing damage. On lap 37 or 53, so around 15 laps to go. Just around 25 minutes of racing left as Harry unfortunately picks up a penalty. Unfortunately, the race for him, Tom, Matt, Cole has not really gone their way. You expect them to be up there, but those 4 just been struggling all race. They've ran into unfortunate incidents or just had little spins. Oh, it's Josh. I don't think he meant to do that. Outbroke himself very late. Dan did well to get out of the way and see it coming. I don't think Josh meant to go for that send. He was very far back. That could have ended badly. But to be fair, it's now put him on the front foot. It's kind of compromised Dan a little bit. And even though there was nothing wrong about it, it's almost helps him quite a lot. As Dan's saying, gone a little bit wide through turn 1. He's going to try and fight this all the way around the outside, and he's going to get through for P3. The lunge, it upset Dan, as in, obviously, set him off a little bit, not upset him, as in made him angry or sad or anything. But it kind of threw him off a little bit, and then was right on his heel going into turn 1. Dan then went a little bit wide, and Josh is through. Very good overtake. Just forced Dan into it almost. So now they will hunt down Liam, who's got away a little bit because of that battle. Oh. Josh is really getting a move on. Josh wants P2. That gap to Dylan is still only 3 seconds. Oh, Josh has just picked up a penalty. Is that his second of the race? It is 6 seconds now. That's the issue. He needs to get a move on. He needs to get that move on quick because Liam has no penalties at all. Ooh, that's gonna be interesting. Oh, Ryan, is that you in the chat? I think that's you. Bad. What account are you on? Are you on? Let me know what account you're on, and then yeah, I'll send you an invite. That's calm. We can go for it. Final 10-15 laps. Okay, I don't think I've got that one added. I'll quickly give it a search. If anything happens, I'm blaming you. Wait, no, where am I going? Find someone. Yeah, there we go. There you go, my friend. Shouldn't have to take anything when you join because, well, I've got it set up that basically be able to hear you straight away. So, alright then. Josh is still right behind Liam, 3 tenths or so in that, and then Dan is still dropped back a little bit, 6 tenths or so behind him. It's going to be a close finish, but with penalties, it might make it a little bit anticlimactic. Josh has got a good run here though. He could have a go in towards turn 1 with Liam like he did with Dan. Unfortunately, he just can't gain in a straight line even while using overtake. Can't gain as much as he'd like to. Oh, my mic was muted, right. Hello? I forgot about that. Right. Oh, Josh is. To be fair, Dan now is going to be on the front foot here. Josh with a small little mistake, and he's just dropped back a little bit. These three so close. Got 13.5 laps left. I think the positive right now for Liam is the penalty situation. Dan's got 3, Joshua's got 6. If he can avoid picking up a penalties, He's in a prime position here, even if he gets potentially overtaken by both of them. The longer he can hold on and just kind of be a bit of a roadblock, the better for him. Ryan, are you? Oh, he's left again. I'll resend him another invite in a minute. I don't know what's going on there. If you're still watching, Ryan, just pop in the chat, let me know. I saw you joined at one point, but I'll resend another one. Hopefully nothing interesting goes on. There you go, there's another one just in case you want it. If not, then it's chill. Matt said, "Ooh, is that? Oh no, Dan's made a big old mistake into the hairpin, and he's lost 2.5 to 3 seconds potentially there, which is not ideal. Luckily, he's got back up to speed. I don't think that will affect him too much, to be honest, because Josh and Liam will be fighting. I think he'll be able to make that time up pretty quickly. Don't think you have anything to worry about there." Closest Josh has been in a little while, 2.5 attempts. 2 attempts, could he potentially go for a lunge? No, they're just tucking behind. As expected. He's gaining, but he's just not gaining enough. If he had DRS, it'd be perfect. Obviously no DRS, and just makes it ever so harder. Yellow flag in sector 3. Goes between Cole and Kian, but it looks fine. Ryan, are you alive? Or can I not hear you for some reason? Just me? I don't know. Rip. Well, I don't know how to fix that. I don't know if that's a me issue or a you issue. I don't know if you can hear me at all. But we have to soldier on. For some reason I can't hear him, unfortunately, which is quite a shame. Would be nice to be joined by someone. Definitely was in the race as well. Oh, I heard a mic crackle. Oh, Joshua just didn't quite get the run together through Spoon. Yeah, we'll be too far back this time. Dan is slowly making that lost time back up. Yellow flag into sector 2 as Matt is now out. Will this be a safety car? It is. Full core safety car. Okay, everyone's... Oh, the front guys haven't been able to pit. Oh, to be fair, these guys... to be fair, pitting could be... Where am I going? Tyres pitting? Well, Dan came in. I don't really blame Dan for pitting if... Cohen's gonna... Surely... Yeah, surely you want fresh softs. Surely. Like, everyone wants these fresh softs. Don't tell me Ryan's just lost wing damage because of that. Oh, I think he did. Oh, Ryan.
Hello.
Oh, hello. There you go. I can hear you now. I don't know if that was my issue or your issue, but...
No, definitely my issue.
Okay. Well, you've joined us at quite a good time, actually, because we've got a safety car, so... Yeah, it's gonna...
Oh, was it Matt who went?
Oh, I need to turn you up a little bit. You're a bit quiet. Hold up. Give me a second. Boom. Boom, 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 boom. There you go. Just speak quick. Just trying to get you a good audio level. Yeah, no, that's fine. Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm not in my usual professional microphone setup. So.
Yeah, no, it's fine. Right. Yeah, you're nice and loud now. Right. Well.
So I just missed a Matt safety car.
Yes, you did. You did. I mean, he was pretty much out of it anyway, so I don't think it's too much of an issue. just means the top guys. Dylan's had his gap cut off, and then everyone with penalties as well. They're not really going to enjoy that. It's now suddenly Josh. Yes, he had a 6 second, but if everyone then catches up, he could. If he can't pull away in the last kind of probably 8 laps that we'll have,
Yeah.
Could drop down quite a bit. Anyway,
Will the front 3 pit though? I don't think they will they?
They had the chance to and they didn't. Well, actually no, I say they had. I think Liam and Josh had the chance to. I don't think Dylan did. I think he crossed the pit lane, unfortunately. I was going to ask, how's the race from your point of view, quick? For the
so I mean,
laps you did.
the only chance I had of a decent race today was if it rained.
I mean, it did, but
it did, and I was running okay. But I had a bit of an issue with Liam Hardman, and he took me down the inside of R130. I think it's called R130.
yeah, something like that.
And I just
130,
yeah, the 130, yeah. And to avoid clipping his rear tire, I've had to adjust, and the wet conditions have just sort of put me out, and I've hit the wall.
One of those unfortunate things, I guess.
Was very upset with myself because I was running pretty well.
I think you were like 10th, 9th, because I saw the overtake done. I went down to switch to it, and as I switched to it, I just saw the rear end just go.
Yeah, I was 7th, I think, at that point.
Okay.
7th.
Gee, yeah, that would have been a nice if you could just kept that together, consistency. I mean, these races always throw in curveballs. Like you think you're running fine at one point, and then safety car or something comes your way, and then before you know it, your kind of advantage has been cut effectively. But yeah, it's a shame.
It would be a good chance to close on Racing Point for the Constructors' Championship, because there's only a few points in that.
Yeah, that was close.
So before this race started, there's only 24 points in it at the minute.
Yeah.
But as it stands right now, it looks like they're going to extend our lead, and it looks like Red Bull might catch us from 3rd to 2nd.
Yeah, I have to say Red Bull they've got Cole in, and him and Ryan have been able to put in some like good consistent points for the team, and they've kind of climbed their way up. They were like 5th. They jumped the Merc and the McLaren, and now they're just going on a bit of a charge. I have to say Cohen's doing a good job for Racing Point as well. He's in 6th. He's not normally up there. So the issue is he's got Harry behind him.
Josh has got damage there.
I think Liam's got damage as well.
Yeah, Josh has got some big damage there.
Yeah.
Liam.
Liam looks fine. Yeah.
He's gone into the back of Liam. That's the end of Josh's race there.
That is so unfortunate because Josh had done so well. He had I don't know if you knew, but he had a drive through and at one point was down in 17th, 18th, something like that. So he did so well to work his way through. Right then. Looks like Dylan's got off to a very, very good restart. Liam got a penalty as well. 5 seconds, so that was for the incident. So now Dan, actually, if he can stay within 2 seconds, will have P2. Apart from that, though, to be fair, Harry's done well as well. Harry was kind of like P13 around lap 30.
Unfortunately, I just the same lap I crashed out. Actually, just as we were approaching the S's, he was behind me, and we weren't in communication. We weren't in the same party. I moved to the side to let him through, but he's followed me out to the outside, and he's gone into the back of me and got wing damage.
Oh, so I think I remember seeing him.
He could have been up a couple more places. Just a bit of a communication error.
Yeah, so it's just unfortunate. So it's just one of those unfortunate things you just can't do a lot about, I guess.
No.
Good intentions, but
he's a quicker driver than me. So and we're both fighting for this constructors championship. So I thought I'd let him past, and the communication wasn't there. We did a similar thing in Hungary when it was raining, and I let him past.
Oh, Nathan's out. Oh, that's a big collision with Sil. That is a big collision. I don't know how that's been caused, but
whereabouts is that? That is just on the chicane. Sil has come out with no damage whatsoever there.
Wait, how?
I don't
Nathan's car had no wing, was literally buried in a wall, and then. Okay, well.
It looks like Cohen's had damage there as well, actually. So he's dropped back down to 12th.
That's unfortunate. No safety car VSC for that either, so.
No, I think we've had the required, the full amount, right? I don't think we can get any more.
I don't know about VSCs, but safety cars, I don't think there's a
yellow
amount.
Flag sector 1, and that is Josh fighting Cohen.
Little battle for pride, I guess. P11.
Well, I mean, Josh is quick, and he's only 15 seconds behind Sil with 9 seconds less of penalties. So there's every chance Josh could nick a point here. Every chance. Oh, saying that. Oh no.
Oh no! I saw the penalty come up and I was like, "Oh, you jinxed it!" And then I just saw the DNF come up. Was that a drop by himself? I don't know if you're on board or.
Yeah, is it? I forgot what we call it. Dega.
I couldn't tell you that corner name. Is it the? It's the right, the double
the
right ones.
Bridge.
Yeah.
He's lost it. He's the wall there. He got a 3-second penalty and then put it into the wall.
Yeah.
Well, that could have brought out another VSC there, or if there wasn't any other cars around. But as it stands, they got away with it.
Yeah.
Now it's up to Sil to try and get that 10th place, because he's 16 seconds behind with 12 seconds of less penalties. So he's only 4 seconds behind Sil.
Yeah, it's definitely doable. I have to say, with penalties, these top. I think Dylan's probably won from here, as long as he doesn't make a mistake and stays damage free and penalty free. I have to say, is Dan going to go for this at the inside on Liam? He definitely thought about it.
But a similar thing to me in the race. And it's a good place to overtake in the wet.
Yeah, Josh got a really nice move. Went for the switchback. As Dan through Spoon is going to go for it up the inside.
Liam is kind of an underrated driver in this league.
Yeah, well, he just quietly gets away with his business. Seems to always gets good results. And to be fair, he's on for a podium here, and if he can keep hold of that, I'm sure he'll be very happy.
This is exactly how I crashed out this one. So be careful through here.
Got a bit of
the inside. Ooh, it's a late break.
Got a bit of a 4-way scrap here, potentially 5-way scrap as Lee's coming onto the back of them, and they've got Tom and Ryan not too far behind. Dan Davis and Cole Taylor have been at it all race. They seem to have just been glued to each other this race. Well, Cole's spun twice by himself, which I think he'll be kicking himself together, but if he can still take P4.
Down the inside. Oh, touch. Can he keep it?
Ooh, got to be careful of the curbs and the grass.
Yeah, he hasn't quite.
You know, Cole was. I think it was the first safety car. Oh, here comes Harry back. Not
He's
quite.
Not going to get it done here.
Yeah, no. As I was saying, Cole at one point was P4 and then spun it by himself. Managed to recover it and then spun it again by himself. So I think he'll be kicking himself this race because it could. I know he is 4th. I think it could have been a lot better still.
Harry is a man on a mission here. He's had. I mean, he's 5th place, but he's had a bad race, a bad luck race. He's had a lot of damage. He's had a lot of pit stops. He's not taking any prisoners at the minute. He's wanting. He's got a podium in sight. If he can just try and salvage this race.
Yeah, if you can get past Cole and then get within 2 seconds of Liam, that is a podium. That is P3, which I think he'd take, considering his position on around lap 30 or so, which was way down in like 13th, 14th place. But getting past Cole is that big first challenge. And so far, it's not looking like it's going to be an easy one.
I think Harry is definitely stronger in these in this first sector S's than Cole. However, it is just so treacherous to try and overtake here.
Yeah, you go for a bit of a silly move before you know it, you'll be off into the grass and gravel. And out of the race completely.
You know, 50 is a decent haul of points, especially with a double finish for Red Bull here. So
yeah, I think the thing is he's still. I know he's quite far off Dylan in the drivers, but
Dylan's wrapped this up.
Yeah, there's still like 60 points, but you never know.
Chance here to go to the inside, and he does. Oh, there's a bit of wheel.
Oh, he's lost wing damage. Front right, that end plate's gone. I think that might be fight over, to be honest. He went for it, and he's paid the price.
Yeah, he's lost an end plate. That's unfortunate. Does he go to the end here?
He might as well try.
I think he's still probably strong enough driver to hold these guys up behind him.
Yeah, it depends. Depends how he is through the first sector, I guess, because that's when you'll feel it the most.
You'll feel it here as well.
Yeah, well, that looks really. That did not look pleasant. I think he might as well see it.
He's currently finishing 8th because of the people behind him have got left penalties.
Yeah, that's true.
It is not a good day for William. It's not a good day.
No, we got. There's still 4 rounds to go. Mexico, USA.
4 rounds to go.
Yeah.
Hopefully some clean, clean racing, but
still not out of it at all.
I mean, Dylan's at this point single-handedly won the drivers and the constructors.
Yeah, pretty much.
He's just going to show how strong the
Oh, Tom's having a. Oh, yeah, Tom's got through on Lee for P6. Wasn't much of a fight there.
Tom qualifying, by the way, it was superhuman.
Yeah, he was so. I think he didn't top Q1, but top Q2, top Q3.
Yeah.
By both of them by like a tenth and a half. I think maybe even Q2 was by 2.5 tenths or something like that. Was looking very strong. And again, was looking strong in this race until I believe it was his own mistake once again. Went too deep in the hairpin, went off into the gravel and dropped from 2nd all the way down to P12. So again, quite a few people have just almost ruined their own races, unfortunately.
Yeah. Ryan Lee, a 3-second penalty.
Ooh.
I think people are now they're starting to take a bit of risk, a bit more risk, try to get a bit more reward here, and it's because the pack is so tight.
Yeah, once
it's going to mean everything here.
Final 3 laps.
Thomas is all over the back. With, Harry and Dan is all over the back of Liam. Liam's doing an amazing job.
Yeah, the issue is, unfortunately for Liam, unless Dan gets a penalty, he'll get P2 anyway.
I'm sure he'll be ecstatic with 3rd place here.
Yeah, I think he will. He will take that happily still. It's a shame. It's always a shame when you finish. Ooh, oh no. Oh, Ryan's out.
Ryan Leah, he's gone.
I think he had it coming together with the Ferrari.
Yeah, he's right on the racing line as well.
Because Tom's dropped back.
Oh, Sil's spun. Oh, trying to avoid it. Oh, that's giving Cohen a lifeline. Although he will still get a point now.
Yeah, 3 points. I ain't going to complain. Well, you're not going to complain if you're him. And Dan's actually got past Liam and all that as well, unfortunately.
Where's he done that? Just before Spoon?
I think it was before I think it was in towards the hairpin. I couldn't tell you. I was also paying attention to the spins and whatnot.
Yellow flag sector 2 as well. Sill's gone off at the hairpin. Yeah.
Ooh.
Still no damage. He's done a lot of pirouetting. Still.
Master at spinning, but not into a wall.
Yeah, I think his tyres are so cooked right now. He's
Yeah.
He's just trying to cool them down by the looks of it. Oh, he's got a puncture front right.
Oh, that's not fun.
Oh, he's got a puncture. I mean, he's guaranteed a point here if he can just not DNF.
Could just let himself get lapped and then not have to do an extra lap.
I mean, he's not that far away from the pits, really.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate. It's the first time I've ever seen anybody get a puncture in the left.
That's back to, Josh got a puncher last week. That's back-to-back punches. But... Ooh, wow.
Still.
Yeah, no, that will be 4. I saw yellow flags
Thomas
again.
Kettle,
But...
with a penalty, that could affect his race. He's also dropped back. Lee Pratt has managed to take 6th.
Ooh, yeah, he must. Yeah, I think he might have got involved with Ryan. I think because when the yellow flags came out, I saw a Ferrari going slow. So I don't know whether he was right behind Ryan and had to avoid it.
Yeah. As it stands, though, Kian is 8/10 off claiming 7th.
That's gonna be. I think Tom might be able to just hold on to that, but that will be close.
I think Tom's quick enough to get himself out of danger here.
Yeah.
Chimney's got no damage. I don't think he could do.
Fair,
Tom's also a very emotional driver. So
yeah. Yeah,
he could be.
I know what you mean.
He could be screaming at himself right now and not concentrating.
I know it's kind of a shame that Dylan got no penalties because Dan, to be fair, has kind of gained a second in a couple laps.
He had a quali ban today. He started last.
I think he'd be my driver of the day.
Driver of the day.
Yeah. So, from I believe it was 19th, not completely dead last, but still 19th, all the way up to 2nd. Very, very strong performance. And to be fair, he's had the pace of the front runners pretty much this whole time. He's just been stuck behind people. But we're on to the final half of the race. Final half of the last lap of the race. Haven't still got 25 laps to go or whatever.
Touch wood, we have 10 finishes in a notoriously difficult track in the wet. So I'd say that's pretty good. By the way, quickly, how did Aston get qualified?
From what I've seen in the Discord, from what he said, it was he got a drive through, then waited to the last lap, and then the safety car came out, so he then couldn't take the drive through, and then as he crossed the start finish line, his safety car came in. I think he just got disqualified, which is a bit of a shame. Yeah. Anyway, then here comes Dylan. He's been very dominant this race, and he will take another win to extend the championship lead. Dan will take 2nd.
The final point as well.
Liam in 3rd. Cole gets 4th. Harry in 5th. I think Cole and Harry will take 4th and 5th if you look at where they were kind of halfway through this race. Maybe not at the start of this race, but they'll at least take that. Lee in 6th. Tom in 7th as he just claims fastest lap of the race as well to go with it. So at least an extra point there. Kieran in 8th. Cohen will take home 9th. And Sil will take home the final point in 10th. So it's been Japanese Grand Prix. It's been a pretty nice, entertaining one. Was joined as well by Ryan towards the end for the last kind of 15 laps or so. So finally, it's always nice to have someone else. Every couple of weeks we get someone seems to join me at some point, and then we go from there. Dan being given driver of the day, 100% agree with that. From 19th all the way up to 2nd for that podium. Definitely. So yeah, there is your podium. Dylan will take home that lovely shiny trophy, and then we will move on to next week. Is it Mexico before USA? I honestly can't remember.
I think it's the USA and then Mexico.
Okay, yeah. So USA, I'll check in a minute, but I believe it's USA. Then will be Mexico, then Brazil, of course, and then we'll have Abu Dhabi in a month's time. Well, Well, we have a. I don't know if one of the races will line up with Christmas. I don't know how that's gonna work. Or New Year's. I don't know.
We're figuring that out as we speak. To be honest. Because it's a Tuesday, it doesn't clash with any of the most important days of Christmas.
Yeah, I didn't know when they were, but yeah. Dan, there's no interviews. I normally just leave them. I can't be bothered normally. I just whatever. So yeah, here's your final classification one more time. Dylan wins from third on the grid. Very dominant show from him. Dan in second, Liam in third, Cole in fourth, Harry fifth, Lee sixth, Tom seventh, Kian eighth, Cohen ninth, Sil 10th, and then the DNFs were. Well, actually, no. Technically, Ryan is classified as a finish because he still did enough laps, but he did DNF. It was Ryan, Josh, Nathan, Matt, Dale, the new guy, Phil, Ryan, Critchy, Tyler, and Aston.
Dan there as well, coming second from the back of the grid with 4 pit stops.
4. Wow, that's very good drive. Definitely driver of the day in my opinion. I will just quickly check that it is USA next week, but yes. Wait, yes, it is. So same time as usual. If you've made it to the end, 7:30. We normally get qualifying underway, and then say if you want to miss the qualifying for some reason, don't know why you would, but the race will then normally get underway at around 7:30, and then obviously 100% races normally done around this kind of 10 to 10:15 time. So I hope to see many people as possible here next week as well. So yeah, thank you all for watching, and goodbye.